Hello friends, welcome back. And if you're new here, I'm Meg. I post free hair education every single Monday. And this week I'm going to show you a really cool trick for removing semis, taking this to this, using no lightener, no color remover, no harsh chemicals. It is super cool and I cannot wait to show you. So this is my client, Sarah, and I actually wanted to use her to be my model for my upcoming Vivids and Rainbows class. That was yesterday with my friend hair rocker Bet from Cleveland. It was such a fun class. So at the end of this video, I will show you what we wound up doing in the class. It was so fun. But for now, I need to get her blonde. So her hair obviously is still pretty orange. Now, even though I'm not doing any harsh chemicals on her, I still wanted to prep her with the K18 mask. That way her hair stays nice and healthy and it's already getting a treatment before we even get started. So we will be using Danger Jones Artistic Toners and Cool Blonde with 20 volume developer. Now, if you are just using the artistic toners to tone hair, you're going to be applying them with a 5 volume. That's just going to deposit because these are alkaline toners, so there is a little bit of a lift and deposit to them as opposed to the gloss toners, which are an acidic demi. So these, once again, I'm using a 20 volume developer because I want it to lift a little bit. We want it to lift that orange out of there. So not only is it helping to pull that color, it's also neutralizing it. There are 3 different tones. There is a violet, a silver, and the cool blonde for the artistic toners. Obviously, I just want to go for a more neutral blonde, so that is the one that I chose to use. And the only other thing that I would suggest is to really try to work quickly through the hair. And I also have the hair pretty damp. So it kind of helps that I do the K18 mist before, because when you use the K18 mist, you have to wet the hair just a little bit. It opens up the cuticle and then the mist can better penetrate into the hair and give the hair that treatment that it needs. So when the hair is already nice and wet and I put it into its little buns until I can get to that section, it keeps the hair wet until I get there. And if you need to spray it down a little bit more, you can. But when it's wet, it's a little bit easier to work through the hair. Not only faster, but you can just take like a little bit bigger sections and get it saturated a little easier. Now, if you do have virgin hair, the alkaline toners with a 20 volume will lift them. They are another great thing to use for a base break. Now, base breaks are not super popular anymore, and if you are not a hairstylist or you are not familiar with a base break, a lot of times back in the day when we would do highlights, if there were any like bleed marks or whatever, you would basically just put a little bit of the high speed toner onto the root or a high lift color. A lot of people use different things for base breaks, but it basically just lifts that little bit of virgin hair and blends bleed marks in. Now, today, shadow roots are a lot more popular than base breaks. I personally am not a huge fan of base breaks because it's going to alter their natural color to something lighter. So when their natural hair starts to grow back in, you can really see that harsh line. And as opposed to doing a very simple root smudge or shadow root, it's going to help blend that regrowth back in. But we aren't really talking about base breaks right now, though this is a great product for it. But this one, I am just really saturating all through her head. I got it through really quickly on the first round. And then when I go through the second time, I kind of take smaller sections, get it a little bit more saturated, and just run it through. And this is afterwards. You can see it's already so much more pastel. It's wet, so it's kind of hard to tell, but I will be using 1001 and 9-1. These are just the straight ash blue based toners because orange and blue are complementary colors. So if I want to remove or neutralize orange, I'm going to use blue. So as you can see, it looks beautiful already. It is toning it super ashy, but that's when I realized, oh, I should have put maybe some gold in here. I don't think I wanted this ashy. So After this process, and I rinsed her out, I was like, let's add a little gold and some peachy. So 90394, and this was our beautiful end result. It was a little more that neutral blonde that I wanted to be my model for our Rainbow Prism class. And my friend Hair Rocker Bet did incredible hair as well. She did this Rainbow Prism color block. I did a pink Neapolitan hair, and I also did Sarah's beautiful hair. So we took her from this perfect neutralized blonde, still a little bit of orange in the base, but it was perfect, to this gorgeous Rainbow Prism. Oh, it was so much fun. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me for another tutorial. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you next Monday. Bye.